Namita is here.
Namita is here.
Oh, again she left.
Again, she left. I think the live has started.
Go ahead, Tanaja.
Go ahead, Arjun.
Hi, Masters.
Hi, Masters.
Welcome all.
Welcome all.
Hi, ma'am. Welcome
Hi,
to
ma'am. Welcome to the
one more day.
One more day. Yeah.
All together.
All together.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
all masters.
all masters.
And, heartful thank you.
Heartful thank you,
Shri, and Dr.
and Dr. TK.
And session over to you.
Session over to you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, thank you. And another day with me. Yeah. Today we are going to continue yesterday's topic of relationships. Right? Yesterday we talked about in relationships, we talked about all the mysteries of life lessons and themes and all these things. Right? Now today we are going to talk about the mystery of mirrors. See, we all know that this is a world of action and reaction. So it's a plane of demonstration. Like yesterday also we talked about it. Here we demonstrate. Okay, what are we demonstrating? Whatever we are creating, what is happening? How is this happening? The creator inside, like creator is, I'm not talking about the God power or anything else, something extraordinary or something which is related to the visions what we carry in our minds. It is that intelligence, okay, which was there even before the form existed. Right? That intelligence has created, has connected, and has made the system of manifestation here, made this reality, so that we manifest and what happens in this, we magnetize people according to that intelligence which has created us. And why that intelligence has created us? Because it has a specific what do you call, a purpose, right? It want to present it in a perfect way, based on any topic you take it, either wisdom or you take it as love, or you take it up understanding about all the losses of life, or whatever it is, whatever could be the theme. In exploration to conclusion, whatever theme we have talked about yesterday, among all the themes, it could have, the intelligence inside me has had some purpose, had some intention to create me and putting my presentation in such a place where I keep attracting all those kinds of reflections, which actually are telling me about something, which are always, who are always knocking to that purpose inside me, right? The purpose of very existence about me, right? So in this, if we are talking about the reflections, the first mirror, we talk about the reflections of the movement. Movement is, this is the reflection which is reflecting to us of that which we are, right? Like say for example, I'll give you a simple example for how to understand this reflection of movement. Say early in the morning there was a big sound or some noise and you woke up suddenly. Okay, what is happening at that point of time? You have suddenly got up and you don't know where you are. It takes some time for you to understand and get back what is happening around. Sometimes whenever we get up from half sleep, it is like your body is awake, but you are inside, the intelligence and the conscious inside is still not awake. It is still somewhere in the sleeping mode. Right? That's the reason it takes some little bit of time for us to even interact with anyone, to speak to anyone. We just sit silently. We are like, we have not yet there, we are not got complete fully awakened, right? We are all that half things are there, right? So it is like, now in the same example, If we see that morning the sound has come and you suddenly got up, what happens? You got up, so you continue the day, you go to office, you go to your work, or you are, if you are working at home, then you have your schedule, right? And all day you are disturbed, and you know the reason, and you will say, morning I didn't get up perfectly, that's the reason so much disturbance is happening. I'm not able to concentrate on anything, I'm not feeling good, I'm not feeling healthy, all these things. All these things, why? Because at that moment, sometimes there are some particular moments of your life where we could have done it correctly at that moment only, but we just come over, we just walk over that moment, not healing that moment, and we carry that wound again into the rest of our life, right? In that morning example, if we would have some noise or some sound and something disturbed us and we got up, if you could have connected to the same thing again, same moment again, sleep back, close your eyes, get back completely, and then if you wake up, then things would have been different. The entire day handling would have been different, but we didn't do that. The same way, sometimes in life, maybe somebody has criticized you, or somebody has taunted you something, somebody has just we call it as they have tried to trigger you for whatever thing. Maybe you're sitting in a group, right? This, after the sleep example, we'll go to another point. Maybe you're sitting inside in the group within your family or friends or anyone. Suddenly somebody said, oh, I know you are never, you never accepted us, or anything which is not that very comfortable for you to listen, right? Generally what we do, we don't want to continue. We always say, I don't know what they said. That moment you went into a pause zone because you could not take it, or you didn't understand it properly, or you are in that thought process where, do I respond or do I not respond? Okay, you are in that chaotic state, and that moment left off. And after a while, after 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 days or 4 days, whatever it is, you can't connect back and again repeat the same thing and say, day before yesterday you told me this, or 1 hour back you told me this. We can't do that, right? Like this, how many moments which are there inside us, which is going ahead along with our life, these are running in the mind. Many times what happens is, when you want to even respond to a person, a thought comes in your mind like, it's okay, I don't have to respond now. Or maybe something good nature from you will come out, okay, and say, it's okay, they have told it, I can overlook it. All this funda will come, these things also come up. I don't have to respond, I don't have to make chaos just because they have been immature. Even I don't have to behave immature, I can be mature. All these statements will come, and you just overlook that moment and then move on. But after that, these things keep running in the mind. Okay, when these things are running again in the mind, that moment you have to sit, close your eyes. What happened at that moment? What is that stopped me in responding to it, in bringing a clarity to that moment? Okay, is it really because you didn't wanted to spoil that mode, that situation, or that circumstances? Or maybe it took some time for you to understand it? Or is it that you felt, it's okay, I can be matured, that good God feelings which you had, and you walked on? If these things are there, then there is no point in grudging on that again and again, connecting to that incomplete moment, okay, which you played on the name of good terms, and again coming and banging on all the time, right? Sometimes it's like, we always feel, sometimes we don't want to shout, we don't want to respond, we just overlook and move out. When we have overlooked and moved on, at that moment we have to check that, did we really moved on? Did we really move on? No, that situation is still there in the mind. Then we are holding that moment, that pain inside us. And to encourage that, to trigger that, every other person, we keep attracting so many situations which keeps triggering us that point. Okay, this keeps triggering because that is there in your system. Now that memory in so and so thought process, which is there in a moment, you keep on saying that person in that meeting, you know, she said that, I just kept quiet. Who asked you to keep quiet? What was that thought which said that you want to keep quiet? Then a thought comes, the minute you listen to this, another thing comes into your mind. Oh, am I supposed to shout? Why? Other than shouting or other than giving back, is there no other way for us? Okay, can't we handle it like a big people, mature, really matured people? Acha, you said this, it is somewhere hurting me, or in, I don't know in what way. Maybe there is something else I need to work on. Okay, everything is not triggering you just like that. There is something for you to work on. That is the reason something is getting triggering us, right? And you are becoming the medium. Now, I don't know, I don't want this thing to go on in my mind. So I just want to tell you, if this is what you are wanting to tell me, then please don't do it, because we are going to break our relationships if this continues. Okay. And now when you say it, don't, how are you feeling inside when you say all this? And when you are wanting to say all this, how are you feeling inside? Are you feeling, yes, I've done it? Is it revengeful? When you are saying, yes, I've done it, that means you wanted to say it. You wanted to hurt. She has hurt me, I will also hurt her. Is it that kind of a feeling? Or genuinely you are feeling, okay, now I am done with this. Now I don't have to carry anything. Is it that? Okay. Anything, however you respond, you react or respond to that moment, that consequence, with whatever perception and whatever emotion you have connected to that, you have dealt with that moment, the same vibration you will continue. Okay, either genuinely you make a point, that moment, I don't need to, you can just say to yourself, I don't need to respond to this, because this, however I respond, it is going to leave a mark in my inner being. So I don't want to respond. If this is how this, if this has come to me, then I have to deal with it within my own self. The other person has got nothing to do with it. Okay, genuinely take a responsibility of your own self, of dealing it within your own silence, and move out. That's the only way we walk over that moment. Okay, if not, we are not actually moving out from that moment. We are there. Some part of us is still stuck there in that moment. Right? This is how reflections of the moment. One moment has given a point in your mind all the time. So whenever any little thing is triggered, you are connecting to that back. Okay, every time we keep saying, everyone says, oh, women have all the things, for everything they want to go to some past and they want to connect it. They are not going to the past. They have been carrying the past in them. Why they have been carrying in the past? Because that moment they didn't know how to deal with it. Now, when you didn't know how to deal with it, then it is your responsibility to deal with it inside right now. Okay, with the other person, you didn't know how to deal with it, but within yourself, you definitely know how to deal with it. Talk to yourself. Okay, if that person has triggered me something and hurt me with some words, why am I, feeling so furious even after that happened long time back? Right? What is that actually is hurting me? Is it that word which is hurting me, or is it that I could not respond is what is hurting me, or I want to keep a point of myself, a superiority complex, that I've been very matured and I just walked on, but this female is like that, or this other person is like that? What is that? When we are knowing, when we are becoming aware of all these things, where do we stand? Okay, maybe the other person is holding something in their own mind also, related to anything, whatever their issues, their lives, we don't know. Even they didn't know where to throw, where not to throw. Okay, like if this is the point which is there inside your system, you could not throw it in the place where it has to throw it out, but you went and threw somewhere else. Maybe the same thing the other person also has done. Maybe it has got nothing to do with you. Right? So this is where we need to understand how to interact with a human. Most people does not know, they don't know like how to interact with a person. They only act awareness, but actually are they aware? If they are aware, they know what they are feeling inside, being authentic with yourself. So reflection of a moment is, at that moment, if anything has happened and it hit you and it is connecting to some other past, then deal with that first. Okay, and dealing with that does not mean you again connect to that person, again say that this is what is happening and do everything external. It is in yourself now. At that point of time, what is that what is that point which actually stopped me in dealing with it? Okay, if I was trying to be mature, then what happened now? Why am I holding it now? Am I not mature? Then what was I trying to do that then when I'm not? Okay, I was trying to be okay, kind. Why okay, kind? You felt that you were very weak at that point of time, and I don't want unnecessary chaos is the answer which is coming in your mind. What is that unnecessary chaos? What is that you could have done? What is chaos means? At that point of time, if you respond, you could have done something very Mahabharat kind. Are you of that mindset? Ask yourself, then you will get an answer how you could have dealt it. If I'm not this, if I'm not this, if I'm not this, then what am I? What was I at that point of time? You connect to that reality, right? Deal every moment the way it is. Once if you are crossing over that moment with a particular understanding, then carry that understanding every time. It is okay. Sometimes you might feel I stand for this of point of peace, and I decide within myself that I am not going to respond. If they are saying it, I'll take it as okay. They're small children, they don't know what they are saying. It is not good thing what they are doing it, so I don't have to respond to it or react to it. Okay, after coming back, maybe sometimes you might have got remembered, and you might have felt again hurt. Why did that person said? But still you can connect back to the moment. I have taken a decision, right? I have taken a decision of not allowing it into my system. Now it is my responsibility. Now that moment is gone. I don't have to carry the past moments inside me and create a chaos in this present moment for myself. Right? This is how we need to deal with it. And now next comes the reflection of judgment. Reflection of judgment is that which it is about the moments where we judge. It is something like we have an emotional charge with something, right? Like we have either been wounded in the past or we have not forgiven. Like when we talk about the previous example, it is the same thing. We have not forgiven and we have put a judgment. Oh, that person is so rude. That person was so rude. I just kept very silent. I didn't know what to do. I just kept silent because that person is being so rude. And in public, I can't show off all the time. We are not here to fight, is it? We have come here together to have a party, to have a gathering, to help each other and all this stuff. We are talking all kinds of so-called psychological and spiritual stuff. But there is a judgment going on all the time. Whenever we are saying that there is a judgment, we have really not forgiven. And whom we are supposed to forgive? Ourselves. Because it is we who are holding that judgment about a moment which is over long back. Right? It is we have to forgive ourselves. We will attract exactly what we judge into our life. If we say the other person is wrong, definitely it is something where we have wronged ourselves somewhere. Okay, we have to just check. That trigger will directly connect. How will we know? We might get a logical question like, how will we know that where we are wrong? How do we search for it? You don't have to. The minute that person has told something, okay, and that triggered you, ask that trigger will directly take you to the root cause. You have to just be authentic to yourself, right? Why am I not reacting? Why am I judging that this person is wrong? Where am I wrong in this issue? Okay, in this issue, No, I'm not seeing myself any wrong. Then forget about it. What is triggering you then? If you are not wrong at all, then what is triggering you? I'm not wrong. That is the reason. That is what is triggering me. I'm not wrong. In spite of not being wrong, that person is saying me so many things, and that is what is triggering me. That means you want to say, if I'm right, I'm supposed to be right. There is a rigidity in this. You want to be identified as a spotless person all the time. Okay, and your identification is depending on somebody else's certification, not your own certification. Somebody else has said no. Where does it matter? Anybody will say no, or anybody will say yes, anybody will say maybe. Where does it matter? It should not matter to you. That means we have to check this angle. Where is that I'm judging myself? Is there anywhere, did I judge myself anywhere in any of my life since my childhood? Right? Did I judge somebody, or did I judge myself? More than somebody, it will be ourselves. Where have I judged myself? Then you will see these are the reflection. Whenever a person, you are judging others, or any other person is judging you, just immediately connect back to yourself and say, where have I judged myself? Do I have any judgments about myself? You just have to find out that. Then things will be clear. And now reflection of loss. It is again to us where something we lost or we gave away, or it has been taken away from us. Okay, it could be our innocence, our joy, or anything. Say, for example, there is a family coming up, family of parents and children. They are coming up, they are doing well in the family, is all good. And suddenly, and now the children, in one of the child in the home, okay, the child might have felt, oh, my birthday is not being celebrated. Maybe a poor family, or very simple kind of a family who does not understand the birthdays and the traditions of birthdays. Okay, a child might be feeling, oh, I don't know what is joy. Family went on, lived the same way, how they have been grown up, the same way the family is living. Now suddenly, this child, after growing up, when they step outside, they meet people who are actually celebrating birthdays. Birthdays is an example. What you have not experienced so far, suddenly somewhere you are seeing that experience and you are feeling so joyful about it. Okay, it is so joyful, and you are connecting to that person. Oh, these people are so good. Okay, since my childhood, say if the example is like, since my childhood, I have not seen a happy family, and now when I see a happy family, I'm feeling it so good. I want to connect to that family. I want to be connected to that family, because this part I am incomplete. I lost. There is a loss here. So I want to complete there. Okay. In this, what happens is you are connecting to a person because of that that feeling which you lost in the previous time. Right. And now you are connecting it. But what happens? Every loss is to be found within ourselves, not in somebody else. Okay, I didn't know what birthdays were, where somebody celebrated birthday. Suddenly one day in my life, I saw that this is how birthdays are being celebrated. Now I started liking it, and I started becoming close to that person. I didn't learn how to celebrate birthday and celebrated my birthday. I didn't do that, but I started connecting to the person who actually celebrated the birthday. So the purpose is lost. Right? What you lost is the joy of celebration, not about the person here. Person is not the main thing here. It is about that losing that joy of celebrating life. That is missing. And that you started searching somewhere else. Instead of searching it inside, you started searching somewhere else. And wherever you found externally, it is for a limited moment, because you never wanted to connect to that person actually. It was that celebration you actually got triggered to, not to the person. But you thought because you are searching outside, you found that person is the root cause of your celebration, of your life celebration. There was no awareness. Without awareness, we connected to a person, we started liking them, we wanted to live with them, maybe we got married also. And after that, the story began. Oh, this man is totally different. This man does not understand me. He does not know me. They don't appreciate me. All these things. They hardly understand anything. Okay, you have to understand what is that I liked in this person. I liked in this person what I felt I lost within myself. Right? Do we really lose anything? If we question ourselves, do we really lose anything? Just a hand in our heart and ask ourselves, is there really anything that we lose? There's nothing to lose. What the body we created, this also we have to leave and go. End of the day. And what is that we are losing? We are anyhow, neither we have any beginning, nor we are going to have any end. We have always been formless. So what is that we are going to lose? So we need to understand, to clearly understand, we can never lose anything. What I'm searching outside on the name of joy and celebration is there right inside me. I don't need any intellectual process or spiritual process to understand this. Just connect back to that philosophy which we have been taught since our childhood. Just the basic things. Right? We have to just connect to ourselves. Then we say there is no loss. It's all part and parcel of time. This time I felt this. This is how I perceived it. That is what I'm projecting it. And that is what the reflections are showing me. Right? And now next reflection comes of reflection of most forgotten love. Most forgotten love is, it's like an unfinished relationship. Like many times we see a family, two people come together, they like each other, they oath to each other to be together, they get married, and all. After a point of time, they just want to leave each other. Suddenly they felt, no, this is not the right man, or this is not the right woman, I don't want to be. They get back, they just part ways. Okay, they are parting ways. It's okay. After that, if life goes very wonderful with both of them and both of them are happy, fine. But if one person is feeling, I'm very happy, I don't have to do that, and the other person is still feeling sad or anything, and that sadness is connected to this person also cannot move ahead, because there is an unfinished relationship, essence, energy, consciousness, intelligence, which is moving on. One day or the other, again, they'll have to get back to finish their things. Okay, that's the reason when you depart with a person, depart with all kinds of love, so that that person will never come back again. If you depart with a person with all kinds of grudges or anything, remember that person, or either the same person or any other person with the same similar characters will come and fall in front of you to deal with it, because it is your thing to finish off all these unfinished things. Okay, so meeting a person is very easy, but when you have to leave it, you have to leave a person, you have to think all this. Okay. So we have to understand what is most forgotten love is. It is about the wrong conclusions what we carried in the past about a person. Maybe we carried a wrong conclusion. That is the reason we have to get back to the same person, understand it rightly, and then give a right conclusion and depart it. Right? That is why two people part ways also, and again they come back also. They get back also. Why? Because of this unfinished relationships. Right? We have to understand that. And now next comes the reflections of parents, father, mother, or creator. Right? This is like, we all know that every girl child is searching for a man who is exactly like the father or exactly opposite to the father. And every boy is searching for a girl who represents exactly like a mother or completely opposite to the mother. So end of the day, we are marrying our parents in other form, right? Because the first man we have seen is our father, and first woman we have seen our mother, and we have learned all about woman and man through them only, all the aspects through them only. How they lived as a child to their parents, how they lived as individuals within their own time and space, and how they lived as husband and wife with each other. Okay, every role they played, we have learned all those roles through them. And now when we are when it's like for every child, parents are like gods, they are like creators. Whatever they say, child simply follows it. If the parents say you are useless, child also starts thinking, oh, maybe I'm useless, I don't know anything. They may feel sad, they may feel bad, all this trauma might come, but they start believing it, because they think whatever parents say, they might be saying with something, you know, something very true. I need to understand it. So in this process, what is happening, we are actually forgetting what we are, how powerful we are, or how vulnerable or weak we are. What is our weakness and what is our strength? And many times it happens, we carry forward, if we our intelligence is more close to the mother, or you know, any of it is what is dominant, okay, based on our reflections, based on in life with whom we are close with whom we are with our fathers we are close with, or with mothers we are close with, whomever we are close with, we are going to continue the same story of how they lived in since their childhood till date. Okay, we are going to carry the same thing. Why we carry the same story? Because there is something we need to upgrade or resolve through their past, right? Because we are the outcome of the same intelligence. However, their intelligence is, their ignorance is, everything is there here. Now it is our responsibility to make it ahead. That's the reason, you know, the stories go on from ancestors to till date. That is how it is coming on. And now when we were children, our parents, like when we saw, we often reflect the same relationship we have with others. When say for example, we meet a person and we feel like, you know, oh, they're absolutely like my mom. I just see my mother in her, or I see my father in this person. If we are saying that, if we are really connecting that, be aware there's going to be a big Mahabharata which is going to open up. If you are not happy with your mother, definitely you will every child will choose for another compensation roles. Okay, this mother has not given me love, maybe somebody else will give me. So wherever the face or the characteristics match, we connect to them. But end of the day, we face the same thing, because the inner intelligence about that motherhood, the consciousness of the mother inside is the same. That is not going to change. If that is not going to change, n number of people you meet on the name of same platform, labeling them with the same issues, they will behave the same way. They might be behaving in a different way, but you will perceive them the same way, because the intelligence is there right inside. Okay, sometimes when you like a person, maybe your father or your mother, you don't see their darkness. You can't even accept that they were wrong at one point of time. It is only the later part you understand. Then you realize they were also human beings. They are not my parents alone. They are their own individuals also, with their own kinds of stories inside them and understanding perceptions of life inside them. Okay, I don't have to carry those. If I'm carrying anything like that, it's time for me to change those. To understand all this, these reflections keep coming to us. Okay, every person is showing us something or the other where we carried from our past. And now when it coming to the other reflection is quest into darkness. Quest into darkness is where the dark night, it is called the dark night of the soul, where this is when we meet our greatest challenges. This is the time we come across the greatest fears. Absolutely, there is nobody to handle. There is absolutely no parent, no friends, no brothers, no siblings, no partner, no children, nothing. You are standing all alone, all by yourself. From that nobody state to everybody to yourself, that is when you become. You come across to a moment where you become the child to the mother inside you, and you become the student to the teacher in you. You become a friend to the friend in you. You become to the partner and the partner in you. You become everything to yourself, right? So from zero, it is that shunya which holds everything inside. So you are the source of your own self. This is where you know you are the creator of your own life, your own reality, right? This is like questing into darkness is its utmost darkness. A family was there, wonderful family, happy family. One night a storm has come and everything is collapsed, and the one person in the family, entire family, lost everything. No money, no family, nothing, everything. That person is standing all by themselves. Now how that person is coming up with everything again, right? That is what is all about, is questing into darkness, right? Sometimes some people can't go through this stage. They just drop. They just can't make it further. That time what life is so beautiful, but life will still give you an opportunity. It will give you everybody around you, but you will have to make your own reality. That is how life is. That is how the miracles, what we can see miracles happening in life. You are doing everything all by yourself. Maybe you are surrounded with everyone around, partners, family, friends, everyone, but still you are doing everything all by yourself. In their absence, maybe you could not identify, but in their presence, you are able to identify. That is what the consciousness, the intelligence inside you saying, you are everything for yourself. You really don't need reflections. You know, every reflection is actually reflecting what you project inside, what you hold inside, right? And now comes your greatest act of compassion. Your greatest act of compassion is, this mirror is talking about the self-perception, about how we perceive ourselves. How do we think about ourselves? If even a cat looks into the mirror and sees itself as a tiger or lion, it will behave the same way. People might laugh at it, but it knows what it can do. It becomes very ferocious. It becomes the leader. All the leader capacities will awaken inside. It is not about what others are defining us. It is about, how do I define myself? How am I seeing myself? Okay, it's like a story goes like, there was a person who wanted to become a model, right? And she kept on going to so many places, and makeup, she was not being selected. So every time there was a point like, your nose is flat, your nose is not thin, your nose is this, your cheeks are heavy, your thighs are heavy, and all these things. She kept on repairing her, whatever they said, she kept on repairing her. At the point she became to the such moment like she lost everything, right? It is not about how other person is perceiving us. It is about how we are perceiving ourselves. This is directly connecting to the self-love. I am the way what I am, and I'm perfect. In the eye of that universal intelligence, I am born out from where, and it is perfect. I'm perfect. I am perfectly the way how I am supposed to be. Okay, that does not mean I overlook it and take myself as for granted. I have to keep myself to that state. It is my responsibility to take care of myself. And how do I take care of myself? With the images that match with how I perceive myself. How am I seeing myself? Am I seeing very ugly, or am I seeing very beautiful? If I am that, how would I wish to see myself all my life? How is that I wish to see my presentation, my body or my expression, how do I wish to see that? If it is, however it is matching with our inner intelligence, inner form of your own self, match with it. This is what the greatest act of compassion. This is what is self-love. We are not waiting for other person to define us, or we are not waiting for somebody else to give us a conduct certificate. It is like we are holding everything for ourselves. This is what I am. The minute when you identify, this is what I am, so this, because this is what I am, I know what I am, I have seen what I am, I know what reflections I am going to perceive, what reflections and how my relationship would be with every person would be, what characters would come to me. Based on that, I deal with it. Right? When I know myself, I know what qualities will come to me around me, because I will see only myself. Whomever I meet, I will see myself. Okay. If I know myself thoroughly, I know who is coming to me, which version of mine is coming to me. Right. So this is how at every movement, reflections of movement, reflections of judgment, reflection of loss. Okay, whether it is a parent or question to darkness, whatever is a mirror. In all the 7 mirrors, we are actually checking on ourselves. Where am I? Okay, how am I? All these things. Relationships for spiritual growth. It is said that relationship is the biggest challenge that we face in our spiritual growth. If the relationships are perfect, your financial status is perfect. If relationships and financial status is perfect, you are perfectly moving on in your spiritual path. Your spirit is going very perfectly in the right direction. Okay, that is what we need to understand. Now we come to a point of, we say, what if immediately, we have a habit of jumping to other person all the time. We don't want to look into ourselves because we have never been taught about it. The immediate doubt comes, okay, reflections are very important for me, relationships are very important to me. Immediate question comes into our mind, what if the other person is not up to the mark? Now, how do I handle it? This question comes. So you have to say, are you up to the mark of yourself? Did you prepare yourself for that? If you have not prepared it for yourself up to the mark of what your image is, then stop looking at other person. Look at yourself first. You can't expect other person to be up to the mark when you do not know whether you are up to the mark of yourself or not. Yeah, like attracts like. Like attracts like, and opposite also. Because what we do not know in ourselves, we need to know that also. Again, it goes to the same, right? If I am being very good, a bad person may come, because it is indication that I have attracted this person. That means there is something which I need to polish and reform inside me so strongly. Being a woman, if I'm being very compassionate and very good, and because of the classes or awareness or whatever it is, I'm being very wonderful and perfectly going ahead. And if my the partner as a masculine is behaving completely opposite, then I have to understand what is that quality which is I am holding in myself. Whether I'm accepting it or not accepting it. If I'm accepting it, I don't mind my partner being very completely opposite to me. I don't mind, because I have already seen inside me this quality is there. There is some part in me who don't want to be very spiritual. Okay, who wants to maybe simply party around or move around or whatever is the other thing what you are seeing. Accept and move on. Okay, if your partner is being very abusive, then say, where are you abusing yourself? Which part, which corner from yourself you are abusing yourself? First say no to that. First say, I'm not going to abuse myself anymore. Okay, when you really understand that I will not accept anything which is not right for me, when you really strongly intend and add the intensity with a little of emotion, you will see everything changes. But wholeheartedly you must want it. right? We just wanted, okay, I want to have peace, but everyone is disturbing my peace. That means, what does that mean? You are still not looking at your own peace. You are still looking at somebody else disturbing you. Your focus is still on that disturbance, not in the peace. Right? We have to understand. So we need to learn our part. What we need to, learning is not like, what lesson I have. It is not a biggest chapter. It is like you have to realize what is that you wanted, you perceive inside you. Whereas till where is your awareness about yourself? Every relationship is offering us, whether good, bad, ugly, nasty, whatever it is, every relationship is giving us some understanding about how we perceive, till where we are aware of our own perceptions about ourselves. Right? We have to just be aware of that. Now, because your inner self knows everything. That intelligence, the intention of that intelligence which has created you so far already knows how to guide you. Right? That when that is taking care of me, I don't have to worry about anything else. I can just simply smile and go. Right? The problem comes because when we face problems or we attract problems and we feel it is a problem, and we come into the mode of suffering because we do not know what we hold inside. We have lost the connection with that overall intelligence inside us, that completion inside us. Now, how to connect to that completion? Be very authentic to yourself. That is one way. Practicing meditation or any way is also good. Any healing practices, anything, in whatever way you can, just connecting to yourself. We are here to introduce ourselves to our own selves. For that, we need to come in front of us, and then we begin to explore ourselves. Then we know, unless we explore ourselves, we do not know what is unlimited inside us, or what is limited, or what is to be resolved, or what is already resolved. Okay, we need to know. We need to remember our agreements. Our agreement is first with ourselves. I have agreed to be with myself. That is the reason that intelligence inside me has created this form for me, so that that can project through this form itself. Right? Understand and honor everything, whatever comes. Understand and honor. If this has happened, if life has put me into a situation where everything seems to be very horrible, then what is that horrible thing inside me which is actually attracting this? Right? Without you are holding anything inside you, you will never attract anything from outside. What you are from inside, that is what we will attract. If we have an abusive partner, then somewhere we have abused ourselves. Maybe somewhere related to abuse, we hold some perception inside us that has to be deleted. Okay, just working on ourselves. Inner work is very important. The more you work with your inner self, the more you are coming closer to yourself. Okay, look at what is being mirrored in any relationship you find. Okay, every relationship is at work. Like the way we are working, they are also working. Maybe we are working with little of awareness of knowing all these things. Maybe the other person does not know anything, but still they are also doing the same. Because that inner intention which created knows how to do it. Maybe they are not aware. Maybe somebody is not aware. In spite of thinking we are aware, maybe for many things we are also not aware. Right? That we are, just because we are sitting for every class, that does not mean we are aware of everything. Okay, every time whenever I took workshops on relationships and money workshop, I found something new in me only. And this I got for me to work. Okay, let me work. I love these two topics, always to say, because I'm so excited about knowing something new about myself. This I dealt with it. This I'm in the process. This I need to do it. So I keep moving on. It is always like when you accept others the way they are, you are actually accepting that version of you the way it is inside you. Okay, maybe we are not aware of it. Now, when you allow others to be what they are, you are allowing that version of you to be what it is. Right? Always act with compassion, the real compassion. I tell you, if a person is coming and shouting at you, yelling at you, maybe there's a emotional abuse or physical abuse, whatever happening, wholeheartedly give a look with all kinds of compassion. That person will rise even more. He will rise even more. What is that you are seeing? You are sitting silently. You think you can't. He will do it more. But there will be a moment within no time. There will be a moment that person will stop reacting the way, because he is only seeing himself. He is not seeing any reaction. He is seeing the opposite action. He is seeing a response to his actions, to this person's action. Things will change. It is called law of reversal effect. We know law of cause and effect. Now there is a law called law of reversal effect. You are giving a reversal touch. The person is hating you, you love up to the mark. And you are finished. You are not loving him so that he becomes very sober and he starts becoming very nice to you. No, you don't want to be that. Right? That reflection has come to you. That means there is somebody with a version inside you which you are not, which is very hurting and which is not good for you. For that reflection, you are changing that reflection. You are being compassionate. Oh, am I somewhere very harsh to me or very rude to me? Okay, let me be compassionate. Maybe there must be something inside me. That is the reason this harshness and this rudeness has come to me. It is okay. Now, to deal with it, I am there to show all the pampering and all the compassion to myself, to that rudeness and ruthlessness inside me. Okay, things will change. Respect everyone, each other in every relationship. Holding the respect. These are the, if you want to create a perfect relationship, hold that respect, hold that affection, hold that desire to make the relationship work. You want to make this work, you have taken a lifetime challenge to make one relationship work. It could be in-laws, it could be parents, it could be partners, it could be children. You have taken that commitment to make this work. Now it is up to you to make this work. Take this like a challenge. Intent to always have a healthy relationship. Okay, for a moment, just close your eyes and look at all the people in your family. Look, everyone. What are they doing? Where are they? What are they doing? How they look like? Okay. Now you have seen. I will ask about this after the class. Okay, let's continue. Now you have already seen. Yeah, right. And now accept people as they are. Right? You all have seen, right? You have closed your eyes and you all have seen. After the class, I'll ask you what is it, how you have seen. Okay, we'll share it. And always have trust. Trust in that cornerstone of a relationship. What is the root cause? What is the purpose of this relationship? It could be parents, or it could be children, it could be siblings, it could be friends, it could be partners, it could be in-laws, extended family, anybody. What is the root cause for that? Trust that. Right? If you have to make a required effort, make it. Right? Because you have taken the challenge of making this relationship work. And always have tolerance. Tolerance is practice genuine tolerance without being suffocated. You don't have to be suffocated. Tolerance does not mean you're being suffocating yourself. Tolerance means you are searching for a way. You are putting your brain on, brainstorming yourself on, how do I make this work? Right? If Einstein or even Edison would have thought, didn't had the tolerance, we could have not seen the light, electricity now. Right? We could have not seen. It is the tolerance. In spite of so many failures, they had the tolerance, total passion and total desire to make it, and they made it. right? It is always remember that we all are one. Just the way we have come, they have also come with the same thing. Just the way we have come here to learn something, they have also come to learn something. If they are teaching us something, we might also be teaching something to them. Okay. If they are not learning something what you are teaching, then what is that you are not learning in what they are teaching? Just check into that. Once you do that, once you have finished your part, they will immediately connect to their part, because that is all is left in that now. One has finished, the other has to do it. Either you pass or pass away. This moment will anyhow come, right? Honesty is very important in any relationship. Be very honest and very open, whatever it is. Be independent, not dependent. Okay, this is very, very important. Unless you love yourself, you cannot love anybody. That is most important, right? And when you have to cultivate a transformation in any relationship, the 5 steps are: never criticize. This is a tricky thing. This is the area where we often are very inconsistent. We want to criticize. The minute we are criticizing, we are actually creating a conflict. We are actually blaming ourselves. Okay, we are saying, oh, this person is going to behave as if he has done nothing. All of my life, he ruined my life, and this person want to behave like this. Okay, when you are blaming a person, understand what is that you are blaming about yourself. Criticism is nothing but you are blaming yourself. It's like there were 4 children in a school, and they have been given a task of remaining silent till the next day. Whole day went off. They were very fine, very perfect till evening. Nobody spoke to each other. These 4 kids, they felt, okay, now we are one. Now evening, it's evening. We are going to sleep, and it's going to be tomorrow morning. And night, as a ritual, they have been given another task. Now you are supposed to meditate. Practice meditation, and then you all go back to sleep. And okay, they said, okay, it's just meditation. Again, there's nothing for us. We have to just close our eyes, watch our breath, and that's all. You're sitting. Okay, we have done. We have finished our task successfully. And now they're sad with the small candle light, and they're sad. And there was a light beam which has come. The buzz sound it makes, and the buzz sound it makes. And it started going, and one person started feeling irritated about the sound. They are supposed to be in silence. But the first person said, oh, why can't somebody just push off this bee? It is irritating. The other person immediately said, oh, you are not supposed to say a word. Then the third person said, what is that you are doing? By saying that, you are also, speaking the same thing. The fourth person had to come out and say, oh, I'll have lost. Okay. So this is what criticism is. The minute you are trying to blame others, you are actually falling into the trap. You may not be aware of it, but you are actually fallen into the trap. Right? We have to understand, in any relationship, this is not going to work. Blaming is not going to work. You want to make the relationship, then stop criticizing. And now the reaction. Reaction is how our projection is. How are we responding? How are we in a state to understand the nature of that issue? Right? Let there be non-verbal communication. We have to practice. In relationship, we need to practice non-verbal communication. You're not talking anything, not uttering a word the other person has understood. Okay? You need to understand. You have to be that mystical. It is like, I'll give you an example, one beautiful example. Once there was a war going on, and the arrows and are rushing in, and one soldier got hurt. And immediately another soldier also got hurt, because he was standing very close to him. And these 2 soldiers are looking at the wound of the arrow stuck, and they're deciding, they're talking about, they're communicating in this way, like, I heard that these people are from this area. That means they might have put in the arrow the scorpion poison. The other person said, no, they are snake people, so they might have put snake poison only. Both are discussing. Now while they are discussing, the third person also fallen, got wounded, got stuck with an arrow, and he has fallen. And now the person has got up and saw these two people are very busy in discussing, and he just simply walked from there, got it healed, went to the first aid center, he got it healed, and he came back. By the time he came back, these two people were dead, because they didn't do what is supposed to be. They couldn't understand the nature of what was happening there and how they have to behave. They started talking and discussing. Sometimes, many times, what happens is we react to a situation just the same the other person is acting. I'm shouting, you are also shouting. So this is an action, and that is a reaction. And is that the response? Shouting and back shouting, is that a response? No. We need to respond to that. Right? It is like you have to master your impulse to criticize others. Right? Here also they are trying to criticize. They are trying to blame on the version of understanding. They are actually blaming the other group of soldiers. Right? This is what they did. This is what they done. It's like personal attack. Right? Now, in any relationship to work on, it is very important to have harmony. Okay? It is very important to have a non-violent communication. If non-verbal communication, if we think, oh, the other person is shouting, I am angry, I felt so very angry, so, and then I just remember that non-verbal communication, I remained silent, I stopped speaking. This is a violent communication. Maybe it is non-verbal, but it is a violent communication. Right? We need to understand it. There should be no place for any violent communication. Practice non-violent communication in any relationship. And active listening. Listen to what they are saying. We are always listening on the quick point of telling out something. The minute the person has said half sentence, we want to say something else. First, let us listen. Maybe you know everything, whatever they are saying, you know everything, but still there your role is only to listen till they finish. So listen. Okay, and bring a common ground. Okay, you have criticized me. Okay, then what is that is going to happen? Is that going to bring any harmony between you and me? Right? If this is not going to bring any harmony, where are we reaching to in this relationship, in this two people partnership? It could be husband, wife, it could be friends, it could be colleagues, it could be anybody. Bring into the common ground. Right? And respect the boundaries. There are many times, just because a person is very close to us, we just cross their boundaries. We don't mind entering into anybody's room just like that. If it is a new person, we are very decent. We knock and we go in. If it is our own family members, our own children or sibling, anything, we just rush in. We have that habit. We think, oh, what would be there? It is like respecting the boundaries. Right? We have to always understand how to respect the boundaries all the time. And then appreciation is more important. When you want harmony in a relationship, always appreciate whatever it is. How much ever bad the person is, there will definitely be at least 0.1%, 1 point which will be there, which is very positive in that person. Always appreciate. Sing and dance in home all the time. At least have one common time where you are laughing more. If you want people to love yourself, you need to love yourself also. Right? How do you love yourself? By bringing all these things. By stopping criticizing yourself, by being harmonious inside yourself, by allowing yourself into a perfect alignment. Alignment is where there is a flow, where there is a direct expression, right? Where there is a point of let go, where there is a point of allowing. This is the alignment. You have to align yourself with that kind of situation and understanding the nature, and then move into it. Right? This is all about establishing, alignment is all about establishing an harmony with people you may not even share your appreciation of your importance. Maybe the other person is not appreciating you, or whatever you feel. It is like a person who you are hoping, or you are wanting that this person should be very good and harmony with me. I'm always been there and I'll always been good to him, but this so and so person is never good to me. In spite of that, align to them. Okay, this person thought process is different. Let go, allow it to be the way it is. Right? This is all important. And now you hold the fifth point is always compassion. Compassion is being little ruthless, being unconditional, being forgiveness, and also having that kind of tolerance. It is the most important element in personal relationship is compassion. Compassion is a word we might have heard many times, but this is a step where you master every other step in a relationship when you hold this. Compassion is much beyond what we call love. You get incredible results. You can mark my word. You get incredible results when you are even very compassionate with, you think maybe you are sleeping with the enemy. Okay, even if it is an enemy, even if it is a ghost, even if it is a demon, when you hold compassion, everything changes. It might take some time, but it will change. Right? We have to understand all these things. Okay, whatever it is, we have to only understand one universal principle about a relationship is what we exclude gets included. Whatever we are avoiding, what you resist, you persist. Whatever we are trying to avoid it will again come back to you. So better deal with it then and then. Okay, dysfunctions might be there in a family, but you need to follow. You need to trust the process. You need to hold that freedom from all kind of guilt, acceptance and love. Okay, there must be a belief system. You just cut it out of, you can answer yourself for yes or no. If there a belief in you that we are separate, they are different, I'm different, this person is different, I'm different. What do you say? Do you hold this belief? Yes or no? Okay, that there is a separation. And now, do you hold the belief that we need someone in order to be happy in our life? If I have to be happy, I need this person in my life. This person makes me so happy and so joyful all the time. I like this person a lot, and without this person, I don't know what is going to happen to me. Is this the belief system you hold? Yes or no? Okay. And do you believe that you need to be in a control of a relationship? There must be somebody to control us. There must be somebody to put any discipline onto us. Do you believe in it? Yes or no? Okay, just answer these questions. Or do you believe in maintaining a secrecy in a relationship? Is there any point where you say, children, stay out of this, this is elders thing, it has nothing to do with you? Or, oh, I'm not supposed to say this to my partner, or partner also feeling the same thing, I'm not supposed to say this. This is about my family, I'm not supposed to say this. Do you think that you maintain any secrecy in that? Or do you believe that relationship is all about give and take? I give you this, you give me that. Is it that? The best relationship, if yes or no, just mark it yes or no. And do you believe that relationship are to be given a higher priority, first priority than yourself? Then you lost the entire game. If you say yes to this, you have lost all the game. Because yourself is nothing but your entire relationship. If your relationship within yourself is strong, your relationship with every external form is strong. If any external relationship, you are not able to make up, first check into yourself, where is my relationship with that particular version of me? Okay, then everything goes. And if you think, do you believe in ending a relationship is going to bring pain to me? Yes or no? Now, how many yes you have said? If it is between, I think I have given 7 questions something. 7 times I have asked yes, no. If your total number is 5 to 7, then there is a severe impact. Please deal with your relationships. Correct it now and then. If it is 3 to 5, then it's okay. The negative impact is little less. If it is 0 to 2, then okay, it is still better. If it is 0, you're perfect. For everything you are saying no, you're perfect. We find in our relationship, we find people who are like poor me. They're like poor me. They're like, oh, I'm so poor. I'm so this, please somebody say poor me. We keep saying, oh, the poor girl, she's taking a lot of suffering. Okay, when we say that, that person is actually dragging the energy from you. Whenever you are sad, understand you are in need of energy and the other person is gone. You have simply become an energy vampire. The strongest is your suffering, your sadness, the strongest you are the vampire. Okay. And there is one point like self-righteousness. It is like they are the people who threaten you through their body language. The minute they come, you're there. I know in my life I've seen my grandfather. The minute he has come, we are like just statue. We are not, as girls, we are not supposed to laugh. We are not supposed to raise our head. We are not supposed to see here and there. We are supposed to just sit like this. He used to threaten us like that. Whenever I'm going to him, I'm falling sick and I'm running back home. Because in those times, that is how we have been taught. In front of elders, oh, the elders have come. Be straight. No, don't talk anything. All these things. No, we are in a relationship. We are all belong to one same similar family. Right? We don't have to threaten each other on the name of any discipline teaching or any on the verge of teaching anything. We don't have to do that. Okay. And then there comes like an aloof person. Aloof person is, you will find a person, it is maybe the entire party is going on, everyone is dancing, singing, yelling, joyful completely, and all this happy things are happening. That one person is sitting in some corner as if he lost everything in life. And the minute you see the person, you go to them and say, oh, what happened? Why are you sitting in silence? After that, you will start feeling very weak. I'm not feeling, I somehow, I don't know what happened. I didn't feel comfortable in that party. I came back. Because you have given away, somebody has taken off your energy. Okay. The saddest person, stay away. That's the reason I have asked you before the question. Do you believe the relationship is the highest priority than yourself? Definitely no. Now, how do you know who is the energy vampire and who is your relative? And in the relationship also, you might have energy vampire. See, they are not becoming vampires just like that. That is the loss they have carried. And one particular situation, wherever they are, has triggered that loss so much in them, they just become void. They just became empty. If the same person, if they have come out and been with some other people, they will not behave like that. It is only with some categories, with some particular situations, they just become empty, because that is what they lost. We don't have to run away from them, but we can always protect ourselves. We can understand a person who has never seen joy, who have never seen gain or success in life, who has never seen any kind of light in their life, will definitely feel sad, will get triggered if they are seeing the brightest light outside. That gets triggered to that extent, they simply become empty. Right? We have to understand that. Okay. And the charmer is a person who will want to win favors, will want to win approval by offering a false support or false attention or anything. Okay. This kind of a person is like a charmer. They will do all kinds of dramas, like cinema dramas. All kinds of cinema gymnastics they will do in just to flatter a person. Okay, this is kind of a charmer kind. And now a performer. You will see in many movies, a person is trying to make you laugh and doing so many things, but you feel so exhausted in that comedy. You will be laughing for that scene, but you will feel, oh my God, it is so exhausting. Somewhere you will feel, enough, I don't want these jokes. But there are some comedians, you will see, that means these people are sucking the energy. But you will see some person, some comedian who is just standing and you are laughing outwardly. He has done nothing. He just stood there and you are laughing outwardly and you are feeling very energetic. That means he's a complete comedian. He's proper, he's complete within himself. He is in harmony with himself. Okay, we have all the above patterns, whatever we have seen now as a charman or aloof person or comedian or whatever the thing, performer or anything, we might have somewhere these qualities within ourselves. Somewhere there will be there. It is, we steal energy from others because we are in need of that energy at that moment. Okay, we adopt these patterns unconsciously. And most of the time we are not even aware that somewhere we have already employed them. We are not even aware of it. Okay, we all these things mostly we learn from our parents and from influences. We get influenced. We feel that that is right. That way it is perfect. We use all this to understand ourselves. Okay, how appropriately do you feel that you are a poor me kind of a person? How appropriate it feels for yourself? Are you a poor me person, or are you a self-righteous person? Like you do this of terrifying others with your behavior? Or do you feel indifferent kind of, with respect to you, where you feel aloof, where you sometimes, anytime you feel sitting in some corner and wanting a person to come and sit with you or console you and cry, weep along with you? Or do you feel like charmer, tricking all the time? Okay, if you are feeling so, if you're not feeling so, then perfect. If you're feeling so, correct yourself. That's it. Okay, relationship with others is relationship with ourselves. The strongest we are with ourselves, the strongest we are with everyone in the world. Okay, sometimes when we are in a crowd of people, bunch of people, we might feel sick. We might feel maybe I'm going to collapse, or maybe I'm going to fall, or I'm feeling weak, I'm not feeling comfortable, there is some suffocation. These things might come. Immediately you connect from which point in my life I first came across this moment. First time, when did I got scared? Where, in which situation I got scared? Who were those people around me? And what happened that time? When you connect, it is like your spirit is suddenly, when it's seeing so much of crowd of people, it is shrinking. It is not comfortable. You have to say, I'm there. It's okay. All these people around me are my reflection only. It's okay. Okay, sometimes I know a person who has been meditating all his life, since many years, and being very, very purest at the level. But when he goes to any public meetings where there are the kind of people who are boozers also, who are just there, very material kind of person, he feels suffocated. He just comes away, running away from there. So I can't take that, because it is that this person is not able to relate himself, because too many of our negative ions, there are no positive ions, so it is fighting back. Okay, there are so many things as such. When we should take the responsibility of keeping our spirits strong and high all the time, right? And purposeful. Whatever you do, there must be a reason of why. You must be aware of what is that purpose you are doing all this. What is the end result? Is it matching with how I see life? Then it's fine. If it is not matching, then it's just an action. It's a forceful action. There is no purpose in it. So you are losing the energy. When there is no purpose, you lose the energy. When it is purposeful, you gain energy. Right? This is what you need to understand. Okay, friends, done with today's topic, relationships. Finally. Yeah. And now I want to listen. What is that you have seen when in your closed eyes while you kept your eyes closed? Who are going to share? Who's going to share first? Namita ji, I'm not able to hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So just see the family. That's what that's all. Like I imagine they must be working, watching TV.
Okay. Okay. You have seen them working in their own places, in their own zones. Okay. Okay. And anybody else? Let me take few more. Then I'll tell you.
I can comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen my parents and all my in-laws. I think they're quiet hardly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where are they?
They're home only.
Okay.
But they're quiet.
Who else have you seen?
My parents. My in-laws.
That's all. Okay. Okay. Next. Anyone else? Everyone wants to be silent. Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. I seen all my relatives. They are busy in the marriage preparation. One of my sister's son marriage has been fixed.
Okay.
So they are all busy in that occasions, like preparations and all.
Okay.
Like haldi preparations and all.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are doing.
So they're all busy.
Busy in their life. Yeah. Let them enjoy.
Okay.
Let them go in there. Yeah.
They're enjoying all those. Okay. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, I'll tell you what it is. Whenever we are closing our eyes and connecting to the people, we have never fed our brains to hold an image where we all are together. Together watching a TV, together having a meal, together going for a shopping. We have never allowed our brains to take up these images because we hardly did it. This is less number of time. And if we have done more number of time, we have common meal together, and we have already went for shopping together. But why this image is not fed in your brains? Because there was no focus on that. Now, without that, how are you expecting your family to be the perfect one? There is a separation in the family. You believe that they are separate, I am separate. Right? Now you answer all the questions. Do you feel you are separate? Yes, you are separate. What is actually happening? Okay. When you are sitting eyes closed and want to connect to your relationship, everyone should be right with you, sitting beside you. That picture should capture. Right? That is the point. Earlier days, we had a happy family photo in the hall. We used to keep, like all elders, everyone in the family. It's a big family picture. Everyone used to carry. Nowadays, we don't want that. We are very busy. What will happen? Happening. Well, some people have died in that photograph only. What will I do? Nobody ever dies. They reside in the next generation. Forms are changing, that's all. Essence will not die. Right? It shows that how strong and how unite you are. Okay, how many times you have fed, all are married, right? How many times you have fed your partners? Roti, chawal, sabzi, whatever it is. Weekly once or never?
Every day, ma'am.
Every day, ma'am. Every day? Every day you feed?
Like so.
Okay, and what are they doing? They also do the same to you?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay, we can really demand, feed me today. I'm relaxed, I want somebody to feed me. Okay, maybe you can become a child, it's okay. Allowing the child to come out, make it more often, at least weekly once. Let everyone feed each other. Okay, it's fun, it strengthens the bond. Okay, one day you are cooking of your children's choice. One day maybe you are doing something for your partner's choice. One day do it for yourself. Right? Do it just for yourself. That's called a cheat day. Today is my day. I will do, say one day, that one day you are going to say only yes to your whatever you want to do it. That is a yes day. Okay, have yes day and be very funny on that day. Today is a yes day for me. Whatever I want to do, I am going to do. If anyone wants to join, can join. I want to do skipping. I want to do, I just want to hop like a frog. It's okay, but I want to do it. I want to jump into the water and swim like fish. It's okay. Okay, I don't know swimming. I'll just put my feet into the water and I'll just splash the water on me. I'll do it till I feel very, very satisfied. At the beginning, I might feel, what's so silly I'm doing? What is this funny things I'm doing? It's okay. It's funny and silly. Do it because it's funny and silly. Okay. How you strengthen the bond with yourself by allowing the child inside you to be all the time awake. Let the child in you do not go asleep, because your child is nothing but the child inside you is the abundance of your completion. The nature of that childlike is your abundance. You are actually that. See, when we say we are that sparks of the universal intelligence, then we are the children only of that universal intelligence, right? Then why is this childlike quality is always suddenly become adulterated? Right? Allow it to be very playful. Okay. Now today what you're going to do is, now you're going to we'll be meeting tomorrow, right? So by tomorrow you can make a nice sketch, any drawing, flower, pencil, pen, whatever you want to draw. You are going to draw it with your non-dominant hand. Okay, if you are a right hand user, use your left hand. Draw it whatever you want, color it whatever you want to be. Okay, however you want to do it, big, small, tiny, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Let's just do that. Okay, and write few words about whatever you drew with your left hand, I mean your non-dominant hand. You need to write few words. Okay, do this and continue this every week. And we're going to come out with so many things. Still inner child topic is there. We'll come out with many things, but this is to develop and strengthen the relationship within ourselves. And every day, at least for 10 minutes, sing a song. Let everyone listen. Everyone might close their ears. They might run away. They might get irritated. They might get frustrated. Care a damn. You are singing. You want to dance, you are dancing. Not when you are alone, when everyone is there. Create the the energy of harmony, of musical thing. Create it and make it a point, at least weekly once. Entire family is feeding each other. Whatever comes, let it come. Initially they might feel silly, you might also feel silly, you might be feeling, oh, what a stupid things, but still it is okay. Enjoy that. Don't expect that they are not doing. What do I do? You are enjoying it, you do it. Okay, just develop all this. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Today is, I think we have gone to the time.
I think very good topic. Very good topic. I might have to listen the whole recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like as you said, love your inner child.
Love your inner child.
But I feel like I need to work on me. Aspects.
Yeah. Your voice is breaking, Arpitha. Your voice is breaking.
My internet is not very good today. Our laptop is not very supportive.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because half of the things we are able to hear, half of the things we are not able to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can read myself as well. So I don't know what's happening.
But love day to day session.
Okay.
Can relate with most of the things. I know what I need to work with.
Yeah. Yeah. The more images of togetherness you feed to your brain, that is what will become your reflection. That is what you are going to attract. Always remember that. Maybe it is not happening now. It's okay. Close your eyes and keep feeding your brain this image till it manifests. Okay, and don't expect anything. You are enjoying within yourself with that image. That's all, and you're forgetting about it. You're not sitting with an expectation. Yes, today I've fed my brain with this image. Oh, is that happening? Is that little is happening? No, it might never happen. But you are enjoying. You are activating the positive, harmonious cells inside you. You're feeding that joy to your cells. That is more important. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Tomorrow we are going to have a new topic, past life regression. All about karma now.
Interesting, ma'am. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I let you close the session because my voice is breaking.
Yeah. 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 Today Namita ji is completely, it's like breaking.
Yeah. One is your session. Maybe think a lot today. Second is my laptop. It's not supported.
Okay. So
okay then, ma'am.
done?
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, all masters. See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Satish ji. Thank you all. See you all tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you all. Bye.